Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are exploring anonymous functions and IIFEs, or immediately invoked function expressions. Two cool JavaScript tricks that let you run code instantly and keep your scope clean. By the end of this video, you will know what anonymous functions are, how to write them, and what IIFEs, or immediately invoked function expressions, are, why and when to use them. So let's dive in. First, let's do a quick recap. A function is a reusable block of code. For example, function greet, console.log hello, and then we call it by saying greet. But functions don't always need a name. That's where anonymous functions come in. An anonymous function is a function without a name. So, for example, constant say hi equals function, console.log hi. Say hi. So, we store the function in a variable. It's often used as callbacks, keep code flexible and readable. So, example with callbacks, button.add event listener click, console.log button clicked. Note that the function has no name. It runs when the button is clicked. Now let's talk about immediately invoked function expressions, or IIFEs. Sometimes you want a function to run instantly and avoid polluting the global scope. That's where IIFEs shine. For example, function console.log I run immediately. But how it works? So you wrap the function in parentheses. Add parentheses at the end to call it immediately. You can also pass an argument, or many arguments, like for example, function name console.log hello name columns. But why to use IIFEs? To keep variables private, avoid conflicts in the global scope, it's useful for initializing code or modules. Like for example, constant counter equals open parentheses, function, let count equals 0, return, increment, function, count plus plus, return count, or rest, function, count equals 0, return count. Now, it's console.log counter.increment, showing 1, console.log counter.increment, showing 2, console.log count.reset. It's 0. Here count is private inside the IIFE. It's perfect for encapsulation. So, use anonymous functions for callbacks, events, and short reusable logic. Use IIFEs to run code immediately and keep your scope clean. Combine with modern JS techniques like modules or even cleaner code. And that's it. You now know how to use anonymous function and IIFEs to write cleaner, safer, and instantly running code. See you next. Thank you. Now it's mini demo time. Today we are building a tiny interactive project to practice anonymous functions and IIFEs. By the end of this video, you will understand how anonymous functions work, learn how IIFEs help keep code scoped and avoid global variables, build a click counter you can interact with right away. So let's dive in and get coding. We will create a button on a web page that tracks how many times it's clicked. The counter will use an IIFE to store the count privately. Each click will increment and display the counter. This is perfect for practicing anonymous functions and seeing scope in action. So first, let's start with HTML setup. Basically, it's just a button, click me with an ID, click button, and a paragraph element showing number of clicks. So clicks, 0, and with ID, click count. Then we call scope.js. Now it's JavaScript time. Let's create a private counter using IIFE. Constant click counter equals empty parentheses, function, curly brackets, click count equals 0. It's a private variable. Return function. Here it's anonymous function returned. Click plus plus, document.getElementById, click count.text content, clicks, and the count variable. So here, count is private inside the IIFE. The return anonymous function updates the counter and the DOM. Now let's add the event listener. Constant button, document.getElementById, click button. Button.add event listener, click counter. Each click calls the anonymous function returned by the IIFE. The count variable persists privately between clicks. No global variables are used. It's clean and safe. Here are some challenges if you want to challenge yourself. You can add a reset button to restart the counter, or track multiple buttons with separate IIFEs, display total clicks across multiple elements. That would allow you to experiment the scope, closure, and IIFEs. IIFEs are great for private state. Anonymous functions can be returned, assigned, or passed. Perfect for counters, timers, or modules. So try to experiment it and see how scope works in action. And that was our IIFE click counter mini project. So play around by creating multiple counters, timers, or click trackers. This is how you start thinking like a JavaScript professional with closures and anonymous functions. Keep experimenting and have fun. See you next. Thank you.